Hey, what's up guys, Irish Turtle here, and welcome to my map breakdown for Yacht. So, it's been a little while, I haven't done one of these videos in a while, and I kind of felt bad about that. I need to come back and do it. So, we're hopping straight back into Yacht. We're going to do a map breakdown. I'm going to show you all the little basics for each individual room. But, as always guys, remember, this is just a basic guide. It's not like the full breakdown of the map. So, don't take anything I say here directly. It's where you have to stand, where you have to go. This is just my opinion on the basics of the map. So, let's jump straight to it. Okay guys, as always we're going to look at the camera spots first. You might see this is round 2, I have sort of recorded this in the opposite way around, but don't worry, still same as always. So the first camera, if you're starting on the west side, is just up here on the second level spar deck, just at the back there, always worth doing. We're then going to sort of cover out all the external and internal as always, so we jump to the next one. Alright guys, the next camera is located on the east side, just here, it's just hidden in with the mast, and again it's a fairly easy one to get rid of. Kind of obvious, kind of there. So we're going to now push down through the bottom of the decks, and I'm going to show you deck by deck where all the cameras are. So jump back once I find the next camera. Alright guys, so the first internal camera I'm going to show you is in the engine hallway. If you look towards the east side, back towards the east end of the ship, it's just there. Okay guys, the next camera is located on the front stairs, just here on the sort of towards the eastern end of the ship, and it's just here in the corner, just above the stair section, just here. It's fairly obvious, fairly easy to spot. Again, they do sort of contrast with the rest of the map. So we're going to hop to the next one. Next one is literally just above the previous one. As you can see here, I've just hit that one there. If you push up round the stairs, the next one is just there in the corner, kind of covered by snow, but still really obvious to spot. Okay guys, and the next camera is in the southwest corner of the lounge, just here. This is a really well hidden one. It's just there in within all the ice. Again, you find it, you shoot it. Alright guys, and the final camera is one that I actually missed. I kind of didn't realise as I was doing it deck by deck, but it's just here. It's actually on the back stairs location. Again, it's one of those ones where, like, if you push through, like, say the lounge, you can obviously go down the stairs, and it's just here in the corner. Again, kind of hidden by the snow, but you see it, you shoot it. And I'm pretty sure that's all of them. Hopefully, look at them all. If I haven't, I will do a jump back, and I will obviously hit the ones I've missed. But for now, that'll do. And we're going to hop straight down now to the room defending, covering by deck, starting at the bottom and finishing at the top. So, okay guys, and the final camera, the final camera, the one I actually realised I missed. It's on the very top floor, fourth floor, just here in the south corner, just there. It's the last camera. I'm pretty sure I've covered them all now. Okay guys, so the first room we're going to show you guys is the engine room. Now obviously this is well, it's the engine, not the engine room, but yeah, it's a kind of a large area to cover. There's quite a few rooms in it sort of situated, but we're going to have a look at the drone first. Now obviously spot wise there are quite a few good spots here. One of them is actually up on top of the engines itself. You can jump up onto these boxes, jump straight up onto the engine, then you're good to go. And again, players don't tend to look up here, as I've always said. And you can actually get onto that mesh, although I'm not going to necessarily demonstrate that. I might do. Yeah, there you go. And you can go to this mesh as well. It's a fairly good spot, and it sort of runs along the whole top section of the map. And you know, it's, like I say, it's a fairly good spot to use, and it's fairly viable. Now, I'm actually going to cover a couple of rooms here really quickly because they're all really tight knit. So another one here is the server room. This is just obviously to the left as you come in from the engine. And again, it's got a fairly good few spots. I'm not going to show you. They're all a bit obvious, just on top of things as you see fit. And the next one is the engine storage room, and again, same principle, just go right from the engine. And yeah, again, shelves, not going to show you that. It feels like I'm insulting your intelligence really, guys. So let's hop straight into the defending and attacking spots that I would suggest. Okay guys, so we're in engine, and we're going to try and sort out all the little spots. So defending wise, I highly suggest what you can do is you can place someone down here, obviously to cover this entrance here. What you'll probably want to do is go in here, you can band it as you see fit, obviously reinforce, stop people coming straight through that side, and then if they don't come that way, you can actually push back into that room as a defensive spot. You then probably want to go for your next best bet is to go up here, defend these walls, obviously mute, castle, bandit, whatever you feel fit, reinforce all the walls, and obviously then you can have someone placed up there, and again you want to cover this door, especially if you're in here for hostage, as this room is fairly easy to breach on multiple locations. My next suggestion is if they're not breaching up here and they breach from downstairs, really good spot is actually just like up here, because you can lie down and actually shoot through this mesh and actually hit people from there. So it's a fairly nice little spot. It's a bit nuanced, people don't really notice it, and you actually do a lot of damage for what it's worth and where it's positioned. Another good spot is again under these stairs, fairly good, covers you from up there, covers you from the stairs, and you can sort of poke up and down and hit the top of there. So it's, you know, it's a fairly good spot. It's always worth giving a look. And my final suggestion for here would always be back here. Again, you've got good coverage at the door. If you need it, you can poke across, and you're not going to get hit from up here. This is something you have to watch, because if they push up here in that section there, they can hit you and they'll cause a lot of damage. Attacking wise, oh, excuse me, sorry about that guys. As I said before, if you go on the west side of the building, you can actually just breach straight through here, and then you can push straight into the engine room. Obviously, as I said, you want to be sweeping the corners as you go, making sure, watching these stairs. And then the other option is to actually go through the middle section of the ship on this, like the top floor, and then you can push through like one of these entrances here. Obviously, if you like thermite or breach charges you see fit, hop up here. So you've got a good shot down here, as I said before, and you know you can sort of cover it really easily and get a couple of kills. So that's kind of the basics, guys. And obviously, if you attack from multiple fronts, as always, you get a good chance of hitting them and getting them by surprise. Now, the next two rooms I'm going to cover briefly, as they're quite small. You're only ever here for bomb, really. So what you want to be doing, my suggestion, is placing a barricade here. Make sure you've got this trapped, or at least place like a deployable shield, and then like hit something like just so you've got like a bit of cover, as the stairs are like probably your only main weakness. And then obviously, you know, you can place down a barricade, and then like place a shield here and place like a trap behind it, like frost. And you know you've got a fairly good coverage there. Obviously, reinforce these as you see fit. You can actually use like a hole here, make a kill hole, and like defend and shoot through as you see fit. It's always up to you though, and it's down to how you prefer to play. And then defending wise, again, you can do that on this side, make a little kill hole, and again shoot through towards the engine. So as always, you know, that's your choice. That's how you want to play it. Alright guys, so we've moved up now, and we're up in the sub room. This is one of the rooms you use for secure area. Now again, fairly easy to defend. All you need to do is barricade all these walls. Find this wall over here. This needs barricading, because if they can get a fuse there, they'll actually hit all of this section, which is actually a large point for defending. My next suggestion would be always to push your defensive strategies like towards corners, as always, like, you know, and hide. So we're going to have a quick look at drone spots. One of them is on top of the sub. Kind of obvious, you do contrast with it, but it's always a consideration. And then the other ones you can use are like up on top of these pipes. You can jump up if you get the jump right. I'm not going to try and show you that personally, because I'm having a horrible day of my droning. But you can get on top of those, and you can hide up there. And again, it's not obvious, although the drones are kind of like contrasting in colour, so hiding them is a little bit more difficult on this map. Now, defending spots in here, I'd suggest having someone down here. They can always cover this little section there if they come in plant. Have someone sort of towards here, again for if they push through, but again so you can pop and do the door. Have someone go and like reinforce these trapdoors if you've got enough reinforcements, and then have someone lying down here covering this wall, and someone over here again covering that door, and if needs be they can counteract over here as well, and then have a roamer, as you know, that's how you decide to play. Attacking wise, I'd suggest having someone come upstairs and pushing down through this way. Obviously, you know, you breaching through there, breaching this wall if you want, whatever you see fit. Obviously then, if you're going to have another attacking team, you probably want to push one of these doors. I'd either suggest this one, although this one on the like south side isn't as good because you have to shoot sort of down into the room, whereas on the other side you get this like long arcing shot from like across the section, as you can see. As I look here, see you've got like the stairs and shit. You've got a fair bit of cover, and you can sort of push up slowly, and you've got a bit more like reinforcement. You've got a bit more look into the room, and it's a bit safer really. So I'd always suggest like hitting this from the northeast side. That door there, always better for the attackers. We're going to push like right around the corner now. I'm not going to bother doing a transition. I'm literally just going to run around, and we're going to go in here. Okay, so the cafeteria. Drone spots, as always, like in between the seats. On top of these, like on this tray is not bad, but again it's the contrasting colour. You're going to find your drone gets spotted quite a lot easier on this map than the normal ones. You want to barricade all these walls here, all these walls here. Defending spots, I'd always suggest having one of them really good spots actually up here, because not only do you get a bit of cover in from the trapdoor, but you can also poke the door and shoot people as they run past. Have someone on your team sort of suggesting, I'd suggest over here, like behind this, because they can cover the door, but they're also not going to get shot from that door over there, which is always a massive problem I find on this map, as players don't tend to look out for it. The other option is to go down here. Again, you've got that coverage at the bottom of the door, so players can't actually push in and hit you. Final spot would probably be somewhere over here. Again, you've got coverage from over there, and the trapdoor, if you've not barricaded it, you sort of want to be avoiding. This spot here is a guaranteed death, I find, because players always look down this little section here. Grenades always fly down here because it means you're not going to hit the hostage. Attack-wise, push through to the engine room, thermite if you can through this wall here, and then you've got a straight shot into the room. Obviously you're going to have to watch for these booths, someone hiding up top, because again they can just swap sides and go over here, and again just cover this wall. But if you've got a multi-pronged assault, maybe hit someone from this door, someone down the trap door, you're going to get away with it, and you're probably going to get a lot of kills doing that. Next room we're going to cover is the kitchen. So we're in the kitchen. Drone spot wise, well, it's fairly obvious again. I kind of feel like I'm skipping on this, but it's one of those maps where you figure it all out on your own pretty much, and the drone spots are obviously really easy, in within the cutlery, in within the stuff. But again, as I've said, the drone is really contrasting in colour, so it's fairly obvious to spot if people are looking out for it. Defense-wise, reinforced mute bandit, reinforce mute bandit this entire back wall. That is always the place that you can breach. And then having like a trap placed down here. I'd either suggest putting a deployable shield just here, so they have to hop over it and hit a trap. Alternatively, castle this, and then have someone in here reinforce all of this. Place like a shield just here. And it's one of the better spots I've used personally. I sort of hide in here. You're not actually in the area, but you can sort of shoot out, cover that door, cover that wall, and sometimes, you know, you just jump out and you get people by surprise and hit them over there. So it's a fairly good spot. Attacking wise, push through this wall here on the west side of the kitchen. There's a trapdoor just here, just above it. Again, that's a fairly hard one to do. If someone places a frost trap or something down there, you're going to hit it 9 times out of 10. It's a fairly easy way to get killed, so I'd suggest attacking. As always, you want to push in from multiple angles. Maybe have someone sort of pushing this wall here. You sort of get that explosive step on people. They don't expect it, and you sort of push through here, sweeping in, push someone to the door. Again, they've got coverage over this way, so your teammate here won't get attacked. Or, you know, push through the storeroom. Again, fairly good one. You just sort of push in, sweep your corners, and hit your targets as much as you can. So that's this room covered. I didn't do defensive spots very quickly, did I? I did a couple, but another one is over here as well. You've got coverage of the trapdoor, and you know, you can shoot elsewhere. So it's always worth doing, guys. Right, so the next room we're going to cover, guys, is the casino. Now, here for drone spots, again, really obvious, sort of just on the bar. If you can jump up in there on the shelves, on top of these, fairly good. I'm going to do poker room as well at the same time. Again, on top of the shelves, on the cupboards, under the tables, as you see fit. I'm not going to show you those, as it just feels, again, insult to intelligence, but there we go. Defense-wise, what I suggest is, if you're in this room specifically, you want to cover all of those walls just there. Make sure you've got them covered, mute bandited. And again, in here, same principle, mute bandit these walls. Watch out for this trap door. If you're in here for hostage, I'd suggest defensive spots. You want to sort of have someone here covering this window. Alternatively, just behind this little bookcase here. Again, poke and shoot. And that's all you really want in here. And then for this room, I'd suggest having someone down here behind this roulette table. It's a fairly good spot. You've got a good coverage of the door and that door, and also the entire wall if it's breached. Also, if you either barricade this or shield it, another good spot is just here behind the desk. Again, you've got cover. You're not going to get hit from the door over there, so it's a fairly good spot. Attacking wise, I'd suggest hitting them from 2 angles here on this map. My first suggestion is to push through on this side here from like the east side. And then if you can, I'd suggest maybe breaching in through to this room here, which is the poker room, if they're not in this room, obviously. Yeah, breach in, this room, and then you can breach through this door and obviously hit them from this angle. And then at the same time, you probably want another player literally just hitting sort of towards here. You're hitting the back end of the bar. Tends to hit a player if he's there. And again, you sort of explode it, and you've got a good bit of cover there for the desk, and you've got cover overwards for any players that might be shooting in the room. That's how I'd attack that. Again, another option is to breach this window here on the south side and then shoot through this door. Again, it's another option, but it's all down to you guys as always. The next room to cover. Go. Let's cut straight back into the rooms and we'll finish that all off. Okay, so the next room, as I said, is the maps room. So here we go, we're in here, we're in the maps room. Maps room. So like if you want to put drones in here, again, shelves are very good. You can actually do a fairly good trick here, which is, like, obviously this is one that takes a little bit of time and practice, but what you can do, jump up there, jump up here, there's a little ledge, and then you hit jump again, and you try to just land on the actual bookcase itself. If it works, it's a really good spot. They don't tend to like find you very often. They don't really look up there. Again, it's a very hard one to get up to because you're jumping on this tiny little lip first, and then you're sort of jumping towards the wall to get that tiny little bounce. But you're up here, you can hide on the light if you see fit. And again, it's not that obvious, especially not if you're not like red with it, if the light's not red. So it's kind of up to you guys, and obviously shelves as you see fit. as you need to do. So defense-wise, every single wall in here needs to be reinforced if possible. If not, I'd suggest leaving this one. And I'd probably say leave these two. I don't see anyone really attack from there. Everything else, mute bandit. Defensive positions behind this desk. Coverage the door. You can flick up, hit that door, hit that wall as you see fit. Another one is just here. Again, you've got that coverage of the door, and you can sort of flick across to that one. Alternative is to have someone behind here, but if you are here, I'd suggest reinforcing these. And again, you've got coverage there, you can shoot across, and you know, it's like I said, it's a fairly good spot. Attacking wise, as always, I'd say push from multiple angles. Probably want to have someone push from outside here, through this wall, which again, like I said, is never usually really reinforced, so you've got that fairly good position behind this desk. Pushing in, you sort of shoot across the walls, obviously whichever wall you see fit, as like where enemy's positioned. Push from that wall as well, and I'd suggest my alternative one being this wall here, because you can use this window over here and to sort of hide outside and have a little bit extra cover. And the final room to cover is the one just next to it, is the cockpit. This room is a great one for defence. Obviously, you can reinforce all of these, and you've got to watch for these windows. Now, position-wise, I have someone here normally. We've got coverage these two windows here. And then, to back them up, I'd place someone just over here. Again, door, window covered. Drone spots, obviously, you can hide them behind the consoles, on top of the desks, wherever you see fit, obviously, as normal. Watch for this trapdoor here. Grenades can be thrown up here. But they're fairly obvious if they're trying to come up, and obviously you've got a fairly good chance of killing them before they kill you. Obviously you want to be watching out for these doors and windows, as I've said. Obviously barricade this, keep saying that. And then you can place players on here, on the bed, on the sofa, lying down, covering the door, covering that door, as you've got a fairly good protection from this side. And you know, it's just where you think you'd be safest. Another good option when you're attacking though is to obviously push through one of these doors and then sweep the room, or hit the window at the same time with the other player. So you've got 4 players obviously, so you can hit 4 of these at once. All got good shots into the room, all got different angles of fire. And then your 5th player, if you're doing it this way, I would always suggest pushing through the map room and just smashing it just here and hitting it all to get the kills. So that's my quick breakdown of Yacht, guys. Hopefully I haven't missed any rooms. Pretty sure I haven't, but I haven't played this map enough to really know if I've got them all. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe for more map breakdown videos as they come, and I'll see you in the next one.
Time expired.
Okay guys, so I realised really awkwardly after I'd finished recording that I did actually miss a room, and that is the staff dormitory. So if you're in here and you're defending, obviously drone spots, obvious as always. You want to probably hit this wall here with a defensive strategy. And then my big suggestion is to have someone like Frost, and this is something I've been talking about in a lot of videos, but obviously I can now show you. Place down your trap, your shield, and then just drop your welcome mat on the other side of the trap. And you know, if someone hops over from this side, can't see it, can't see the trap, and oh no, they hit it. Most players don't look down to stop them, so it's a fairly good method. Obviously, as always, you want to mute bandit everything as is normal. You're only here for bomb, so you've got to kind of split yourself between here and the cafeteria, but you know, that's always your decision on how you do that. I'd always suggest if you're putting defenders in here, have someone just sort of here in the corner, covering there in case they hop over, and someone sort of, you know, sort of here in the corner where the suitcase is. Again, it's that principle of you've got coverage of the door, and if you've barricaded this, obviously they can't see you. If you haven't barricaded, like I've done, probably want to lie them down sort of over here. But again, you probably only really need one person in this room, and then everyone else can just rush across as need be, as it's only a quick shot out the door here and across to there. So that's pretty much the breakdown now. I'm 100% sure now, hopefully, that is everything. Obviously, if it's not, I really do apologise. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe for more map breakdowns, Rainbow Six content, other games. If you've enjoyed it, obviously let me know with that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.